welcome guys to this series. So in this series we're gonna be building a MERN stack portfolio. So we're gonna be building 4 big projects, right? So I do not have any boilerplate code. I do not have anything set up. I just have just my code editor and it's blank. So we can go to the code editor. So here we're going to be building an e-commerce website. So this will be the first project for our portfolio. So this is just a way of showing how a beginner would go about this, because I'm fairly a beginner with MERN stack. So I'm just trying to build a portfolio for myself, and why not build with you guys. So in this portfolio we're going to be building an e-commerce website, a fully functional e-commerce website. So we have some few steps here that I laid out that we should do in order to finish the project. So we're gonna go through each and every single part one by one, and I only did npx create react app, and I removed each and everything, and I just have an empty app.js, and I have this part, right? And remove that, and I have only that part. So now let's see what we're gonna be building, right? So I'm just gonna be taking inspiration from Versace. I'm not gonna be building Versace because exactly like I said, I'm just still a fairly beginner, but then we are trying to build a fully functional e-commerce website, and from this I'm sure everyone will learn a lot. So let's get it rolling, right? So let's start with let's go to our roadmap, and right now we just want to create a desktop nav bar, right? So then what we do is let's just come here in our src, and let's have a component, right? So I hope you guys will be following along with me, because I'm also gonna be learning a lot from this project, and yeah, so you guys gonna be seeing me struggle a lot. So but then what the heck, it's all about programming. We learn somewhere, right? So we say desktop nav jsx, and let's have the nav because the jsx, right? So this one will be the one that will be rendering our nav bar, right? Oh yeah, this will be the one that will be rendering our nav bar. And now let's start with this desktop view, and we'll transfer everything here. So array fce, and then what do I need here? Okay, so let's go look at Versace a bit. So Versace has a container here which is holding this nav bar, and there's this child and that child, and this child has 2 children, that is this one and that one, and this one has 2 children, that is this one and that one. So okay, that's fine. So now let's come back here, and let's say class name desktop nav bar underscore container, and this is tabbing at the bottom. Let's just remove that. So we need the desktop nav top, this will be the top part underscore container, and this will be desktop nav bottom underscore container. So the top one has 2 children, if I remember right, which is let me say top nav underscore left, and this one is the top nav underscore right. So in here, what do I have? I have an H4, that is South Africa. So you guys, I'm sure you write anything that you guys, where you guys are coming from and all that. Even though Versace didn't, it's not static, but then we just gonna add that, and we'll have customer care, and we have customer care. Alright, and on the left we have sign in. We have sign in or register, and they have icons there. So let's just go install Material UI because they have these icons. So I'm gonna replace this wish list and put the search here. Right, like I said, I'm bringing my own flavor to this project. At the end of the day, we're building a portfolio for us. Alright, we're not cloning anything, we're not copying anything. So let's go Material UI, and that should give us what we want. And we get there. And let's grab this. And also what you need to guys do is just be setting up your be setting up your MongoDB, be setting up your Cloudinary, because we'll be uploading the products and we save it via Cloudinary. And yeah, just if you guys don't know how to set that up, that is Cloudinary, just go on YouTube. But then it's really simple, man, like, because you just only have to install not install, man, just have to sign up in Cloudinary, and the rest we'll be going through this together. That is like uploading. So basically you just need to sign up, that's all, and then the rest of uploading we'll be doing together, and hopefully we won't get stuck. So let's just do that. So this is taking a bit of time. So the icons that we need is the search. We need the search. So this videos will be in 2 parts, because in our roadmap we have 16 checkpoints that we need. So this first checkpoint will be the first 8, and then the second one will be the second 8, and there we go. We need that. And let's just be importing everything that we need. So we need that here. Let's go back. We need what we call what do we need? We need a cart. We need a cart, this one or that one. Let's take this one. Shopping cart. We import that, and we should be good to go. So here in the sign in and register, let's add those shopping cart icons. And the mistake that I am making is we need to wrap this inside, because each and every children has that. But then some bit of margin will work. Let's not worry about that. Margin will do the job. Let's not worry about abusing Flexbox, but then next time, because we still have a long way to go. But then we'll try making this as good as we can. So we have all those things at the top, and let's install the icons. So just erase that, then you need to put icons. Then while that is loading, let's continue. So here we have inserted everything, so now we just need to deal with this part. So we'll be having women, men and children clothing, that's all, nothing more, nothing less. Let's set this up. So in here we need the bottom, top. I know that sounds weird, but then we'll say bottom nav top container underscore container, and this will be having an h3. And what will we call our shop? Let's call our shop after dark. After dark, yeah, it's fine. after dark. And we need the bottom nav bottom. So the bottom nav bottom container. So in here, what do we need? We need h4 of women, that is the women's clothes. We need another h4 of men, and last but not least, the kids, right? And I'm sure by now the installation should have been done. So now let's just start up our server and let's see how ugly this is looking, right? So I hope you guys good and all that. So this is going to be a lovely series, and I hope you guys enjoy the series. So we all set here. Oh yeah, we have to export this to the app level, right? Now let's go to the app. Okay, let's just somewhat do this to avoid going back and forth every time. Let's just okay, let's go back to the text editor, because obviously nothing will be there. So this will be the component that will be having the mobile nav and the desktop nav. So we'll render them conditionally, and let's see, desktop nav, and then import that. That should be fine. Let's take this nav bar, and yeah, I want it in the app, right? So in the app level, RAFCE, do that. We want to import the nav bar. Say nav bar. Okay, that didn't work. That was an epic fail. So nav bar. You know, I was just lazy to import myself. So let's just do that. Import nav bar from that. The components, we want the navbar, and we want the navbar.jsx. We want the navbar.jsx. Alright, and then we say navbar, and then that should render out on the app level. Right, still compiling. So we can close it now. We shouldn't close Material UI. We'll need it soon after doing the mobile view of the nav bar. And what's happening now? Oh, it's refreshing right now. Okay, so here's everything that we have, right? So it's not looking nice. So now let's just bring in some styling to this. In the SRC, we need the style shit folder. There we go. And then let's have the desktop nav.css, and let's see. Okay, so let's import that, and let me just do this so that we can be seeing our so it's just that if you guys are wondering why didn't I just come up with the design myself, so I'm the worst person in designing, like literally the worst. So I rather try and get inspiration from some way, somehow, to get it done. So let's just start off with some few rules. Let's say margin to be 0. And let's say what else do we need? We need a padding of 0 so that all our styles are applied, and I need a font family for every element to be Gilson's, right? Just preference, you guys can like use any that you like. So now let's start with the nav bar. So we say top nav bar underscore container. So what do you want from this one? So we want to display me flex. We want to say align items center, and let's see if that is responding properly, right? That is fine. But then what we want is we want a flex direction of column, right? And I do not want it in the center, or do I? Let's see how it looks. Let's just see how it looks. And let me just start up with the top. If the center something that will ruin everything, then definitely that will go. So desktop nav top underscore container, we say display me flex, and I want to say justify content space between. Let's see how that looks. Let's remove this align center. There we go, that's much better. We have that one on the left, that one on the right. So that align center was not doing us justice. So do that for this one, and that one is just coming right. And I'm to believe that these things are not aligned properly, because I only see let's see. Now let's continue with the CSS. This align center today is not giving me what I want. So guys, I'm not the best in CSS, and like I said, I'm just still learning. So we learn together, guys. So let's say top nav of the left side. Oh yeah, I just want to give it a padding of 20. Let me just give the entire like container itself a padding of 20 pixels myself, right? That's what I want to do. Give that a padding of 20. That's fine. And then I want to come to the nav on the left, the top nav underscore left, and we say display me flex, and we say justify content space between, and I'm sure that this won't work because the two are not children. So definitely, like I said, we'll need some margin. So yeah, it's just that we have our children on the top left that are like this, unless if they were wrapped inside a container, then this would work, but then either way it's fine. So now what we do is we then say top nav left, and we want to grab the h4, and we just want to say margin of left, and to believe, let's give it a 15 pixel, and that should give me the space that I want. There we go. So now that we're good with the left side, let's go to the right side. Say top nav underscore right. We do the same thing, display me flex. We don't need to justify content because same thing, it won't work. So what we do is we then say the top nav. Now here, that's where we'll have a problem because these are not h4s. Let's give them classes. Let's say class name give them right top underscore underscore nav. Right, let's copy that class, we give it to all those other ones, give it to that. So what we want to do is we just want to say the right top underscore underscore nav. We just want to say a margin for this one, we say margin right of 15 pixels, and that gave us the spacing that we need, right? So now let's deal with this one. So this one is already looking proper. So let's go to the bottom of this nav bar. So then we say desktop nav bottom underscore underscore container. We want to display flex. We want to say a margin at the top of, let's say, 30 pixels. Let's go check that out, and that gave me some bit of space. And I want to say flex direction column, and that should be fine, right? And don't align this at the center. So definitely this container, I want to align items center. So I want to have this one at the center, and I think I still need some more margin at the top. Let's say 100, let's see. And let's go look at this one, not that much. Okay, so what we can do is, so that we can see this one, right, let's just use this extension tool, the color picker, right? And we just want to get the color of this top part. There we go, there we go, so that we can see how far are we with our bottom nav bar. So let's get to the desktop top nav bar. We say background color, we give that background color, and there we go. We just need to give it a bit of height, to believe, because it's looking bad. Let's say height of 50 pixels. And okay, so what's happening here? Okay, and I can just say align items center. There we go. But then I want this whole width, I want this thing to fill up this whole width. So I just want to say this one top of 0. I want this thing at the top. Oh, okay, so we cannot do this on this one. And then let's give this desktop, let's say top of 0, position sticky, and z index of 100%, right? And that is still like that. That's fine though. So I think there's padding. Let's just do that, because I want that part at the top level. That's fine with me. That's really fine with me. So it's like this, we fine like that, and we just need to nudge this one a bit to the top, right? So now let's get back on the top, not the top but on the bottom. Let's give it a margin of 50 pixels. Let's see that, and that's really fine by me. So now let's deal with this one's, because this one is looking fine. There it is. So we just need to get the bottom nav bottom, right, underscore container, right. And for this one we want to say display flex, and I'm sure that this is all we need. The rest, there will be margin and margin top of, let's say, 20 pixels. Give or take 5. Let's say 5. Right, that should be fine. So now, in order to space them, because I didn't render this properly, because each and every one should be in its own container, and then we'd use justify content to space them and all that. But then now that's fine, it's no problem. We have margin. Let's take them to the right, and let's say 20 pixels. Let's see how it looks. Right, so it's looking like that. So to align them a bit, let's say a padding to the left of 20 pixels. Will that pad them there where I want them to? Not this one, let's say that. Let's see how that's looking. Okay, so now that is going to the left hand side. Let's take this a bit more. Let's say 28. And that is, it is going. So we can test it out with 25 padding, and I just want the MERN to be somewhere here, man. Okay, let me just force it one more time, guys. One more time. Bear with me. Bear with me. And I have the MERN where it wants. Let's just say a 48. 48 will be the charm. Right. So now this is decent. So now we want to just handle this context. We only want this one to be bold alone, right? So now what we do is we now say this H4. Let's start with this one. We want the font size. Sorry. I just want to say we want the font size of 12 pixels. We want the font weight of 100, and that should work just fine. And let's go to that other H4. We do the same, and here we go. So now we just want to deal with this one. I'm wondering, this also should have been an H4. Oh, we didn't target any right. We didn't target any right H4. Okay, so what we do is we just say top nav underscore right, and we want to say that, and we want to target the H4, and now that should respond exactly the way you want it to. There we go. So we have our nav bar. So now let's test. Okay, so now we want to give this one a background of white. Let's just give this one a background of white. So what we do is we go to the bottom nav bottom container, and let's say background color of H5 not H5, man, F5. Hold on, what's happening here? Desktop nav bottom. This is the one that I want, the desktop nav bottom, not those other things. I need the desktop nav bottom, and I don't want it to be gray, but then I just want it to be white. And we say white smoke, and Okay, so we have that background. So let's test if our position sticky is really applying. So let's see, let's just put some H1s. If it's not applying, we'll fix that later. That's not the problem, because we have quite a lot to do. Don't worry about position sticky. A lot to do, guys. There's a lot to do. So let's see. It's not sticking. So there's a lot to worry about, guys. It's not really the end of the world. There's a lot to worry about. But then at least we have our nav bar working just fine. If I'm just gonna just see what's happening, let's see if we can find the problem. Give this one a background color of white itself. Background color of white, and I hope that fixes the problem. Doesn't fix, but then we'll find that out later. Let's continue. The project is still a long one, right? We still have a long way to go. So this is what we need. So right now we just have to deal with the we have to deal with the mobile view, right? So now with the mobile view, okay, we need another component for that. About position sticky, that's something that we can worry about some other time. Let's just worry about continuing with the project and having it functional, right? So right now let's just mark this as done. So we're done with this one. So now we wanna create the mobile menu, right? So for the mobile menu we'll need a burger menu. So let's come in here and let's go to let's say a burger. So it's either this one or this one. Just go for this one. So I think this will be it with, oh yeah, before I go, we'll need the cross one so that we can close when we do need to close. So I come in the nav section, I create a new file, I say mobile underscore nav.jsx, and then I can just import that, and then let's go get the cross. Let's see, cross, this one, this one is fine, and we import that one too. So now what we want to do is we just want to say ref ce, and we have our imports. And what else do I need? Okay, so in the mobile view, right, we'll need a links. So it's just that I do not want to hard code this links. So let's just make a final file for the nav bar. We'll say nav links.jsx, right? And then want to say export const export nav links. Hopefully I don't get errors, man. So it's still nice right now. We have a nice life. We have not encountered any errors, but then I'm sure as we go, like, guys, programming is always programming. So I want to give that an array of objects. So right here I want to give this the label. It's fine. Say label, and the label will be women's section. So the clothes, women's. We'll say women, and then they will need the URL, and the URL will be /clothes/women, and we can just duplicate that. duplicate this. Let's just format it properly, and we duplicate that for the men, the kids, the customer care, the contact page. We don't need a lot because at the end of the day we do not have the services for them. We just want to make a nice portfolio project for ourselves. So I just thought of like making a portfolio because I just finished a course on Udemy that was like a MERN stack course. So if you guys want me to like share that course for you, like which one did I use, because I found it to be really good, you guys can comment down below and I'll gladly like tell you which one it was, because I'm sure you guys would learn also. And after this like 4 projects that we'll be building, I myself will be learning, and I'm sure that you guys also would have learned something, because there's always room to learn, right? And then say contact us. There's always room to learn, guys. Contact / contact. Not clothes. We need to remove the clothes for the customer. Okay, customer -care. We need contact -us, and this should be our links, right? So now let's import this link. So we'll say nav links. There we go. So now when we come here, what we want to do is we just want to we have the cancel, we have the open, right? So what we do is we need a class name for this. We'll call this class name of mobile __ menu container. So in this, right, we want to have we want to have a state, right? So we want to use state so that when you click on the button, that is the burger menu, we just want to render out the nav link. So we can just say const is active and set active, so use state, and initially we'll give that a false, right? And then what we then do is we now want to have to check that is active, right? Now check if this is active. We want to render out a div. My IntelliSense sometimes not working just fine with me. So I want to render out a div. This div of class name mobile underscore, we'll say mobile underscore closing button, and we just want to render out that cancel icon, right? And then else, if then there is something that if this is then not active, we want to show the burger menu, right? So but then we want to show the burger menu with all its other following elements, right? So we call this class name of mobile underscore opening button, right? Then this opening button, we need the burger menu, and we need that search icon. So let's go back to the desktop just to take the icon here, the search icon. So most of the home page, I'm just taking inspiration from the Saatchi website, but then obviously it won't be the same. Obviously it's not, it won't be the same how I wish that would be the same. And then we have to go somewhere, guys. So we then say yeah, we need the left menu, right? So we say left underscore menu. So in the left menu, I just want to render out the burger menu, right? So I render out the burger menu. So we'll say menu open icon, and also want to render out the search icon, and then we close that. And then I need the center of this entire thing. We say center underscore menu. So in the center I want the H3, that will be our website or our shopping online store. It will be after dark X, right. And then finally we need the right menu, and in here we'll just need the cart. So let's go one more time for the last time. We take the shopping cart, bam bam bam, and we want to import this, and let's just do that, and we say shopping cart, right. And then this should be it, right. And then that is it. Now let's go to the what we call. So now we have rendered everything, but then now we want to check for rendering our nav bar, right? So just right underneath this entire conditional statement, we just want to have the nav bar, right? So we say nav, and we just do it like that, and we'll give this one a class name of our mobile underscore underscore menu links, right? So thereafter, then what we want to do is let's see, what we then want to do is we just want to render out this content, right? So but then before we render out, we want to check if this is active. If is active, and then that's where we want to render this out. But then how then do we render this out? We then say we want a UL. Come on, IntelliSense. You know when you need your IntelliSense and it does this. We render out the UL, and in this UL we just wanna give that a class also. Say class name of I'm out of like naming conventions right now. Say mobile underscore underscore menu underscore link, right? And then if that is true, then I want to map through the nav links. So I say nav links dot map, and I'll say links that, and then I return some JSX. So I just want to somehow use the link that I stated here, right? So for that we'll need React router. So now let's go to our terminal and install React router. It's just that I'm lazy to close that. We'll just go here, we'll say client, right? and in the client we're going to say npm install react router dom -- save. So while that is doing its thing, let's go up here at the top. Let's import link, right, from react router dom. Right, and then what we want to do is we want to do that, and then we want to say link, and in this link what I want to do is after this just say that, say now. So what I want to do in this link, what's happening, do this, do that. Okay. Oh yeah, that's fine. So I say link, and in this link I want to give it a path, so 2, and this will take in the links dot URL. Remember that URL, this one, links dot URL. That is the path where I'm taking this, and I want to give it a key. So key, I could have used the name or anything, but then you guys will use whatever you want. So I'll just give it the link. The key will be the links dot URL itself, and finally I want to render this thing out, links dot label, right, and this should render out my content. Now let's import this to a nav bar, and let's do some bit of configurations in this nav bar. Let's just do that. Say mobile nav, and let's go to our text, not text edit, but then this thing, and it's refreshing. Oh yeah, we didn't handle the on click, so let's just do the on click for this. So for this one, when I say on click, I want to say show side, when I say just toggle menu, and do the same for the cancel. When I say on click toggle menu, let's create that function. Say const toggle menu, right, and I'm going to say set active to being the opposite of is active, right, so always it opposes whatever that it has. Toggle menu is not defined, and here we start with errors. Toggle menu, what's happening now? Give that paste that there, paste that there. Okay, I guess maybe there was a typo somewhere somehow. So it's not showing my, okay, let's see. So, oh, we cannot use the link outside the router, right? So now let's go to the app level, and we initialize the router. Okay, so I would say this is the app, right? So import browser router as router, browser router as router. We're gonna say switch, wanna say route from react router DOM, and then we just want to remove these, right, and we say router, and that should be fine. It's unfortunate that didn't go nicely. Let's choose the switch, let's choose the route, hectic, what's happening here? Come on, route, okay, choose the route, and then we'll bring this nepper right inside this route, and this will be /home. And right now everything should just be working just fine for us. Right, now let's see, let's move this, I'll just move this here. Oh my goodness, let's move that. And let's see, so we are seeing our content, right? We can close, but then it's like really ugly. So then at least we have the functionality. So remember this. So if you're wondering where I'm getting this, so I'm getting this from here. So if you look, let's just get mobile view. So if you look, they have this at the left, this in the middle, that. So I'm just trying to get that in the middle, that in the center, and that. So that's the aim. So let's just make a CSS file for the mobile. So we then say mobile nav.css, and we soon are finishing our second milestone, guys. Everything is still running smoothly, and hopefully it goes like this the entire project, which is highly unlikely, but then that's why we are all learning. As I want to say import that up like that, style shape, and then mobile nav.css. Right. So what I want to do is I want to say the mobile menu container, right? I want to say dot mobile __ menu container. I want to display no. Oh yeah, I want to say position of relative. I want to say is that index of 999, and then I want to target that opening button, right? I want to say dot mobile __ opening button. I want to say position relative, font size of 30 pixels, cursor pointer. I want to say display me, flex. I want to say justify content, space between. Let's see, there we go, we have this there. And should I give it a padding? Right, padding, some padding, give me 20 pixel padding, and that is a bit better. And then we want to go for the left __ menu, and we somewhat just want to take out this to the center, and then either way, let me see. Let me see that. So cursor pointer everywhere. Nah, that's fine. So what then we want to do is we want to go for the closing button, right? We want to say mobile underscore closing button. We want to say a cursor pointer. We want to give this a font size of 35 pixels. We want to give it a right of 100. See that, right? And now we want to go for the links right here. So now what we do is we say mobile underscore menu links. What we want to do is we want to give it a padding of 0. We want to give it a margin of 0. We want to give it a width of 98%. We want to give it a, let's see how it looks first. So right now we didn't do much to it, so now let's see how much more can we go with this. So we want to say a box shadow. Like with a box shadow of 1 pixel, and we want to give it a grayish color, right? And I want to say position to be absolute, and I want to give it a top of, let me say 20. Let me say 0. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, that's looking bad. 0 is looking bad. Let's say 20. Let's continue. Let's see how this goes. Don't judge my styling, guys. I'm really not that good, and I'm still practicing this, and this is just another way of me practicing my CSS by coding with you guys. Is a background color of H5. Alright, okay, so now we want to go for the link, the mobile underscore menu link. What we want to do is we want to say text decoration of none. If you guys have another way of like styling this in a better way, I'd really use some help. It will be really helpful with that. It's always nice like seeing how people do their stuff, and if you guys could share that, I would really appreciate that, right? And let's see how that is looking. Mobile menu link. Let me make sure that I'm grabbing that properly. Alright, so now I just want to target the links themselves. Let's say give us a class name of links. Alright, and then I say links. I want to say display me flex. Let's see if that is working for this. And then I say flex direction column. Okay, this is really not working. Does it not working? Let me just see if this is working. Color red. Okay, it is picking up my CSS, but then it's just my CSS that's not working. Okay. Okay, now we have this in column. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now let's continue, guys. Let's continue. Okay, so it doesn't make sense me displaying flex to that. Doesn't make sense. So, but then I can use that because I need to style. So let's say margin bottom of 20 pixels. Give that some spacing. Let's say height, I don't know, I wanted to grab the whole screen. That is a lot. That is a lot. Okay, let's just remove that. It's not what I wanted. Say text, decoration to none, color to black. Right, but then I can just increase the border bottom. 100 is a lot. I want this to be a scroller, so 50 pixels, but then I just wanted to give space, and that is still scrolling, something that I don't want. Say 40 pixels, and I still have a scroller. One last try, guys. One last try. That is a charm, and it's fine. It's fine. Honestly, it's fine. Let's just give it a 40. If you guys have another way of styling this properly, you know, your boy needs some help. So yeah. So we can close that. And okay. So this is something that we have to sort out. What is this now? So we said the background color of that, bring that. Let's see something like that. Let's see. Okay, what's giving me that background color there? Mobile menu links. What's really giving me this background color, guys? Like, I'm not getting the sense. But then after all, I will fix that later. Right now, let's just continue with the project, because I'm not picking where this error could be, because okay, let me just one try, guys, just one try, bear with me. Let's see. This couldn't be it. How can let's see, but then that one is for that. We'll fix that later, guys. So we're done with the nav bars and everything. So now let's just mark that done, and now let's continue with the home page. So now we need to make our home page look a bit better. So yeah. Okay, guys, so before we go any further with creating the home page, we now have to handle the two nav bars to handle conditionally, to render conditionally, right? So now what we do is we go to the main navbar, which is responsible for rendering everything, and then we now cancel that. So what we'll need is the use state, right? So this hook will be the hook that will be helping us to render those contents or those components conditionally. So we say is mobile, set is mobile, and then initially the state of this will be window dot match media, and the media that we want is a max width of 784 pixels, right? And then dot matches, right? And the next hook that we'll be needing is the use effect, so that whenever a user will be like changing the screen and everything, we then catch that as well. So we say use effect, and we'll be adding an event listener there, and then we say that, and then we say window dot add event listener, and the event listener that we want to add is resize, right? And this will return another function, and then in here what we do is we can say set is mobile to window dot match media, and basically we're copying that at the top, width of 784 pixels dot matches, right? And now what we want to do is we then want to check here. So we want to say is mobile. If it is mobile, I want to render out the mobile nav. Else, if it's not mobile, I want to render out the desktop nav. And this, I believe, should do the trick for us, right? And if we go down, there we go, it renders everything for us. It's now responsive, and we've successfully completed our nav bar. And I fixed that background. It was a global CSS that was giving me the bad background, even though it's not the most beautiful, but then it's working, guys. So if you guys have a better CSS, I'll be glad for you guys to help me out with the better CSS. But then now we have a functional nav bar. So now I just want you guys to see at Versace that how the homepage is, because we're taking inspiration from Versace, but then we're not building Versace, right? So the homepage is like this, right? So we have basically, we just want to add because we don't want to do much about the homepage. Basically what we need is just this picture. That's all, guys. That's the only picture that we need for our homepage. The rest, we worried about functionality of the website. That is the most important thing. So now let's just go back to our website, and where did that go now? Localhost. And let's just go back to our website, and all we need is just the home page. So it's always best that your home page loads at a good rate. So what I did is I downloaded a picture, and here is the cover PNG, and this is the GIF that I'll use later, so we'll get to that later. So now what I do is I then say I need another component, and the component that I need is outside the nav. What I do is I close the nav, and I open that, and I say I want the cover, home cover, home cover.jsx, and that should be outside the nav. Yes. And what I do is I just want to say this will be the shortest component of all. Yeah, this project. We say import. We say import cover from specs that. But then if you guys want me to like work on the cover a bit more, you guys can comment down below and we'll do the cover together. Not the cover and the home page together, but then I feel like the home page is really not necessary. Let's worry more about the web functionality. Let's just give this a class name of the home. Hold on, what's happening here? Let a home underscore container, and I just want the image tag, and I bring the cover and say home page dash cover. Right, and that should render, but then we have to import this, and you say that, oh my, so say home cover, right, and that picture should be there, but then it's looking bad, so let's style it a bit. So let's get the home cover its own CSS. We say home cover.css. We want to do that. We want to say import that, not in the app, man, not in the app. We want to go to the and I'm busy here taking screenshots, so yeah. So let's just go to the home, let's go import, and we go back like that, style sheet, say home cover .css, and then what I want to do is I want to target the home container, the image, and I just want to give it a width of 100%. I'm going to give it an object fit cover. I want to give it a height of 50 view height, let's say 70 view height. Let's see. And that is looking a bit decent. My end, it's not bad. Let's give it a margin top of 40 pixels, 45 pixels, and what do you know, we have our home cover. And we can say that we're done with the home page, but then if you guys want me to work on this more and get some contents down, just that I do not think of what can I be writing there, you understand, hence I don't want to concentrate on this. Right, so now we're done with this shortest component ever, and we can say we are done. So now we go into the back, guys. We go into the back. We now want to create our server. Right, so let's start creating our back end. I know some of you guys have been waiting on this, and no lie, I was also waiting on this. So there's nothing here. Let's just say, let's go initialize our node app. So node is, oh yeah, node should be here. Node, not node, but in the server, man. Server. Do that, the server, there's nothing, I'll say npm init. And I hope you guys are still liking this and learning the way I'm learning. This is the back end for the ECOM store for after dark xi. Yeah, it's fine for ECOM store. Entry point, I prefer to say server.js. You guys can give what you want. Test command, that is fine. Author junior license, and that is that. Alright, so yeah, we'll need some few libraries. Let's start with node.mon so that the rest I install them as a bunch. So let's say node.mon --save --dev. And if you guys don't know what node.mon is, basically it allows me to run my code and not restart every time I change something in my code. But then it's not really an important thing, it's just good for working on your project instead of you always killing the server and all that. node.mon does that for you. So now let's start our file. Let's say server.js. See these things of popping up. Don't save. Let's rename this. Oh, I'm deleting. That's fine. Let's say server.js. Alright, and let's go install some few dependencies that we need. We'll need Express. We'll need Mongoose. We'll need Course. We'll need formidable. We'll also need .env. What else? I cannot think of anything else, but then if we ever do need anything else, we always have the terminal. Let's install that. Express formidable.env. That's fine. Okay, so now let's just create our simple server. So const express is equals to require express. That done installing, that was quick. And I'll say const course is require course. Let me say const, what else do I need? So this will be the only thing I require .env .config. And what else do I need? So this is, for now, this is what I need. So let's say, oh, we're gonna initialize the app. So let's say const app is equals to express, and then I say okay, now let's make our .env file. So the .env file, for those that do not know, this is just for us to keep our things secure, because we'll be adding our cloudinary information here, our Mongodb information here. So it's just to keep our things secure for those that didn't know, but then for those that knew, that is nice. So we say const port is equals to process .env .port, and then what we want to do is we just want to say app.listen on that port. And we forgot one thing, that if this thing doesn't pick up for some reason, we just want to give it a fallback. It will be on 3001. So I want to do that, and I want to return a callback function. Now it will console.log me that server started on port 5000 or 3001. Right, now let's do that. Let's go to our package.json to set up our node MERN. We can remove this and we say start, and here I need node MERN server.js, and just like this, guys, I hope we successfully created our server. Right, server started on port 5000. So now we're done with that milestone. Let's not forget to mark that done. So now we mark this done. So now we have to create upload endpoint for the admin. So right now anyone can access this, but then when we go down there, we'll have user authentication and set up in private routes and all that. So right now everything is just for anyone, right? So we'll try and do that. So hopefully we will be successful, because when I was planning this out, I also thought to myself it was a big project for a beginner, but then let's try to get this thing done with you guys, and your suggestions are really helpful. So create a product endpoint. So right here we want to create a product endpoint. So for the product endpoint, we'll need a new folder. Let's call this routes. So in this routes, we'll need another new folder. Let's say products, and in this product we'll need so we have the products, right? And we need another new folder that will be the models, right? So let's start with the models, guys, of the products that we want. So let's say products model, and in the products model I want the products, right? So I'm just a fan of structuring things, so don't worry about the layers and everything. So yeah, let's see. So const mongoose is equal to require mongoose, and then we want to say const. So we have three categories, that is the women, the male, and the female. The woman, the male, and the kids, right? So but then all will use the same structure. Yeah, let's say products schema. All of them will use the same schema, so but then obviously different modules. So that schema, yeah, that will be mongoose dot schema, and that takes in an object. Stay hydrated, guys. So say that. So we need the product name, right? And this will be a type of string, and we say required is true, because what is a product that you're selling without a name? And then we say product description. Don't need description. Just gonna edit, but I'm not gonna render it, just for you guys to see that we can add as many things as we want. And we give that a string, but then something that I won't render client, because it's just that I don't know what I would write, guys. If I knew what I would write, then I would definitely add those things with no doubt. And then product name, product description, product price. Want to give that a type of string, and want to say required to being true. And then I want to say product image, and this will be a type of string, and this is also required. Right, so this will be the schema to our product, right? So we then need const let's say mail product is equal to mongoose dot model, and it is mail product, and I'm using the schema product schema. So I'll duplicate that, and then change the male to female, change the male to kids, and then change that to female, change that to kids, right? So everything is in order: male product, female product, female product, kids product. So one module dot export, export the male product, the female product, and the kids product, right? So now we're done with our content, right, with our module. So right now, in order to be able to use Mongoose, we need our Mongodb connection, right? So we go to Mongodb, and you guys, you can set up your database access here, your network access there, your advanced settings if you need, and all that for those that don't know. And if you guys don't know how to connect successfully with this, you guys can comment down below, and I'll be gladly help. And if you guys want me to make a video on MongoDB and all that, I can gladly do that. So just comment down below and I'll hear from you guys. So you now want to connect, and we're getting the Mongo URI, and you just want to copy that Mongo URI that you'll be getting there, even though mine is closed for now because I don't want to share personal information all over the internet. And I will be taking this to the .env, and what I'll be doing, I'll say Mongo say that Mongo underscore URI is equal to, and then you paste that connection stream that you got here. So I'll paste mine, and unfortunately cannot show you guys, right? And then I will be also typing my password. So you also type your password with return password, and let me just do that, right? So we have everything set up, and then now you have access to your MongoDB, right? But then now we have to make a route that will be connecting to MongoDB so that we can access that. And one more thing that we need, because we be dealing with file uploads, we need Cloudinary, right? So let's go back here, and let's say npm install Cloudinary -- save. So while that is doing its thing, we go to products. In products, we need a products route. So products route.js, and I see marketplace. Let me fix that. This happened because that thing finished installing and it ruined everything for me. So let's remove that. Yeah, let's not remove that. Come back here. We wanna rename this. Also product route.js. Alright, so I want to say const, what do we need? We need express, so require, right, am I spelling require right? Or it's maybe my IntelliSense not giving me, yeah, I'm spelling it right. Express const mongoose is equal to require mongoose, and then I want to say const formidable is equal to require formidable. So this is for body parsing so that we can extract the file. And some people prefer other stuff like Malta and all of them. The list is endless, guys. There's no need to use formidable. I just prefer formidable. So say cloudinary, do that. The list is endless, guys. And I need a router which will come from express.router. And I need to require the .env .config, and now I'm done. Right, so in order to use Cloudinary, we have to make a setup for that. So what do? We come to Cloudinary. So yep, so you just make an account here. So this is my dashboard that I just made a new account for this series. So you just create an account, easy as that, and then you come to your dashboard. So in your dashboard, that load, you will have cloud name, you have API key, you have API secret, and yeah. So this is what you need in order to connect. So what you do is you now go to your .env file. In your .env file, what you do is you say cloud underscore name is equal to, you say API underscore key is equal to, then you say API underscore secret is equal to, and you paste in those contents, right? So I'll be pasting the first, we just do that. Let's go paste those contents. We take in the name, we put that there. We now take in the API key, put that there, put it there, and the API secret, that as it says, it is secret, guys. So yeah, so I really cannot show this, but then you paste your API secret there, right? And then now what we do is we now come back here. We now say cloudinary dot config. So what I want is cloudinary v2. Just go back. I want the dot v2, right? Then I say cloudinary dot config. So So in this configuration we need the cloud name. So this is your connection to cloud name, so we need the cloud underscore name, which will be the process dot env dot cloud underscore name, and you need the API underscore key, which is your process dot env dot API underscore key, and you finally need your API underscore secret that is the process dot env dot API underscore secret. Right, so you need that, so that will give us a connection string. So let's say mongoose dot connect, so that we know that we connected to mongoose connect, and we need to pass in the URI. So right now what we do is we say const mongo URI is equal to the process dot env dot mongo underscore URI. Right, and what we do is now put that there, and this we need to take some few newer parser true. And if you guys have some project ideas that you want us to make for our portfolio, you guys can like share those, and we can like try and do them. Hopefully they're not hard because like I said, we're dealing with a beginner here that's just practicing. So now mongoose will return an error, so we say if error, what do you want to do? You want to return the console.log of the error, and then if not that, then we want to return a console.log saying that connected to MongoDB successfully. Right, now let's see that in the terminal. Let's see if that is giving us no, and that won't work because this route the server doesn't know about, so we just say module dot export is equal to router, and we want to take this router to the server, our entry point. And then what we do is we now say let's say routes. Now let's just start putting in comments so that as this project gets bigger we know what's happening now. So we say const product route is equal to require that route product route. Right, so just on top of this, so yeah, let's just take this down. You say port initialization or starting point of the server. So now we say product route. We now say app.use. So it's always good to like use comments and everything so that the moment your project gets bigger, you remember what's happening. Okay, so we're getting an error from MongoDB. we're saying this, make sure your first parameter must be a string. What's happening? Open URI must be a string. The parameter URI must be a string. Let me see what's happening. So I'll have to go to the .env. I'm sorry for blocking your view, guys, but then I just have to make sure that the contents in my .env is proper, and that should be proper. I don't understand what's happening with this thing. And pros.env.mongo URI. Oh yeah, I forgot the O. If you guys can see there, I forgot the O. And I'm sorry for blocking the view, but then, you know, things that are sensitive have to be kept sensitive. Right, now let's wait for that connection connected to MongoDB successfully. So we now know that we can continue with this. Right. So now we go back to the product route. So we know that we have our schema and everything. So now we just need to create a route where clothes can be made, right? So what we do is, because we know that we have 3 clothes and not 3 clothes but in 3 categories, means we need 3 endpoints that will handle everything separately. So now we just need to initialize our formidable, right? This is the first time trying this, but then I just want to see. Nah, never mind. I thought maybe this returns maybe a callback function to show me that we successfully connected as well. Let me just try, guys. I don't know. First time trying this. I don't even know if this will work. There's cloud and everything. Let's just see. But then I doubt, man. I doubt. Yeah, I doubt to myself. But then either way, you know, we tried things. But then let's just continue. So now what we want to do is we want to initialize our formidable, right? So now we say const form is equals to new formidable dot incoming form, right? And now let's start with our router, right? So router dot post, because we're sending this via post request, and we say clothes slash woman, and that should be it. And this will give me a request and a response. And right now what I want to do is I want to pass the request with the formidable, right? So I say form dot pass, and then I pass in the request, and this will return me either an error. It returns me either an error or fields or the file itself, but let me call that files because one might be sending 2 files or whatever files, right? And then what we want to do right now is, so what I prefer is I like to console log my things before I do a lot. So right now I just want to console log out the field, and I name that this is the field. So it's just a preference, guys, so that I know that I am actually getting the data, because I might try to upload just to find out that I'm not getting the data, so that I narrow down to the error that, okay, if the file upload didn't work, it's not because I do not have the data within me, I just didn't get the data, things like that. So just let's say response.json. This is just for because we'll be using Postman to test this out, but Postman doesn't load forever. And yeah, received request, but then this is just, yeah. So let's open our Postman. Let's say Postman, and let's try and hit this URL. So remember, it's the product name, the description, the price, and the image. So I downloaded some few images of products. So when all of this is done, what I'll do is go to the client and try and send data via the client, and you see that it successfully does. And the moment that happens, what I'll do is I'll just then obviously you guys won't want to see me inserting tons of images, so but then I'll do that on my own, and you guys, you can do that yourself, right? So let's do this, right? And then what I want to do is we just want to say clothes / women, and want to make this a post request. We want to deal with the body now, right? And I already have some data here. So the product, the detail, price, image, let's say product name, so product name, product detail, product name, detail, price, image, name. Yeah, let's send the request. Okay, we're getting response from the server. Let's see if the server actually caught those data. Okay, so here we go. We have the fields, the product name, the detail, the price, but then we're not getting the files, right? Let's see what are we doing wrong. Field is not even spelled correctly. Fields, files. Okay, so imagine if we had went through and done all those things trying to upload, just to find out that we're not getting the file, because at the end of the day, the file is the important. Okay, so we're not getting the file, guys. So it doesn't make sense, to be honest. It doesn't make sense. Okay, so let's just send the file alone. Let's see. And edit the file type .jpg. Okay. There's still something that is open there. The product name. See what's happening. Couldn't send request. Response.js. Okay, so this is cannot send headers after they send to the client. Okay, I really do not understand. Why I'm not getting the files? Let's send that. Get response, and it is empty files. What is happening, guys? What is happening? Because I'm sure I'm using Formidable, right? Let's just go, so this is what I meant that we'll be learning, guys, together. So let's say Formidable Node.js, Formidable example, just look at an example. So that's what I meant, we'll be learning together at a roller coaster. Now everything just started, right? Get your popcorns ready and let's get rolling. Let's see. Okay, so Formidable. From the past era, fields, files. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is exactly as what we did, but then I really don't know what is bugging this thing. Request file field. Or maybe it's my Postman. I don't know, but then I thought it is Postman. I thought. Okay, just clear all responses there. Let's move out of this. There's desperate times for desperate measures, guys. So let's just clear out all those things. Okay, I did want to save the changes, but then it's fine. Don't save. Okay, 127 HTTP 127.0.0.1 5000 / clothes / women. Go to the headers. We want the file type. What's happening now? Okay, that's fine. Let's say product name. It is women's dress. Okay, so why is my Postman tripping on me? It's not even giving me a file to choose for file. Okay, guys, like my Postman. Now it's my Postman not even giving me a type to choose. Oh, I'm at the headers, not the body. I'm at your vibes, guys. I'm at your vibes. I'm at your vibes. Let's go ahead. Product name. Let's say women's dress. We want the file. Let's say product image. Let's select the file. Menu file, it's fine. Okay, that's the address, but then it's whatever. So, okay. Okay. Oh, post request, not get. Post request. Okay, so now I'm getting the file. If you can see, now I'm getting the file. I just don't know why I'm getting that error. If we do get that error again, we'll try and Google search for that, because I really didn't understand that. Let's see. So I guess maybe after all it was Postman. So I guess after all it was Postman. So as you can see, I'm getting the file now. This is all formidable. So here's the path and everything. So this is what I want to send to Cloudinary, right? So if I were to do this, right, so now let's set up our Postman to actually test out everything. So we'll say product image, we need product price, we'll give it a 850. We need product description, we'll say, because we're sending a gene, right? This is the best denim gene, best genes for her. Even though we won't be using this description, I'm just adding it for fun. So product name, image, price, description, right? So if we send it there to the okay, so this error is coming up again, right? So it says error cannot send this after they send to the client. I don't know if we have to close connection, because if it was Mongodb driver, I could close connection on, just say return. Let me see if I will get the same error if I return. If we cannot find a solution to this, like, comment down below, because this will be the first part of the video, so the second part will come after this one. So you can comment down below and tell me how we can fix this. So you can see we're getting the fields, best genes for her, and the files, right? And then now let's send in another request. Let's see if we will get that error. Okay, we did get that error because of Postman. Okay, let's just try send this. Cannot set headers after they are sent to the client. Node.js. So Node.js, we post that there. Let's see. The other okay, let's see how we fix this. And okay. Okay, so I'm guessing this is what we do. This is just a wild guess, guys. We'll say console.log successfully added women's products. So I'm guessing that will be the solution to our problem. Right. So let's try that again. And if this doesn't solve the problem, we continue. We'll just solve this like as time goes. Okay, we're getting our data. Successfully added women's product. Try that again. And we get that response. I'm sure we're getting that error, guys. Let's go back there one more time. Object in Express is a subclass. So what I'm getting here is response must be inhaled and becomes body. I don't know, guys, we're just trying. Just trying. If you guys have a solution to this, please comment down below. Response dot right head status. Let's see this again. So right head status code. Okay, so I'm really failing to understand. Status of 200. I don't know if this is proper, guys. And reason phrase, what is the reason outgoing HTTP headers? Okay, we'll solve this later, guys. We'll just have to make just one single request because this is taking time. We'll solve this later, and if I do find a solution, I'll definitely add it. I'll definitely show you guys, but then right now I'm really not finding a solution. But then moving on, so we know that we are finding our fields and everything, right? So if we go back to this, let's just send in one request because we know our server will cry. Just send in one request. Is our server up? Okay, our server is up. And let's not worry about those errors. And what's wrong with Postman? Okay, let's just cancel that. Okay, so if you guys see, we just need to grab all this content, right? So that is not a problem. So what we do is we now want to save those things in a variable. So we can say const product name is equal to request dot not request name fields. It's field dot product name, and I'll say const product description is equal to field dot product description, and we say const product price is equal to fields dot product price, and then we say const product image is equal to files dot product image dot path. And now what we want to do is we just want to console log those things out so that we verify that we actually are getting these things right. So this is something that I like to do so that to avoid back and forth. So for contents, so avoid back and forth, guys, so that we know that we actually are getting this content and we can actually upload them. But then obviously we'll have to fix that part of not allowing us to send in back-to-back requests, because what kind of server would it be if it doesn't allow us to send back-to-back requests? Right, so now let's just send back that request and let's see. So we actually are getting these things: best jeans, women's dress, 850, and the path. So we know that our variables are now proper, right? So what we then do is let's fix women's jeans. It's not a dress, it's a jean that we want to upload. So women's jeans 850, and yeah. So now let's go back. So now we know that our variables are now proper, ready for us to do whatever that we want. So now what we want to do is we want to first upload this to Cloudinary. After uploading this to Cloudinary will respond back with the URL that we will send to the database. So that's how we make this whole entire file upload. So say Cloudinary dot uploader dot upload, and we specify the file. The file path is product image, and we want fields. So right now, as you saw, I only had the home folder, but then I can specify a folder and Cloudinary will create, and I say women's clothes, right? And then thereafter Cloudinary will respond with either an error or the results, right? So the results will be having what? A URL that I need. So what I then do, because I'm doing this out of faith that my config is proper, if we do get an error, we'll fix that. That's not a problem. So now what we do is we now say const image URL is equal to results dot URL, right? So hopefully Cloudinary has that. And then now what we want to do is we want to import the women's product model so that we can add there. So now say const women's, how did I name it there? So let's go back to the models. We said female products, right? So I said female product. So I now say const that, and I say female products equals to require, right? And requires from the product slash, no man, I have to go to the models, and then product model and the product. Come on, junior. Product, right? And then now I have that model here. So now what I do is I now say const const product is equal to new female product, and this female product will take in parameters, right? The parameters is either the product name, so it's very important that we name it like this. So it's the name, description, price, and image, right? So say product name, we say that product name, we say product description, product description, we say product price, and that we take the product price. Finally, we want the product image, and from this one we are taking the image URL, right? And this should be it. Let's verify name, description, price, image. Name, description, price, image, right? So now after doing that, what we want to do is we want to say const new product is equal to product.save. So I'll say await product.save, and then the after I want to say response dot status of 200 dot JSON, and I bring back the new product, right? And if this all works out, and then we would have successfully added an item into Cloudinary and our database, right? So now let's just see if our response, if we do get a response. Fingers crossed, guys, fingers crossed. Now let's see if our server is running, and we are getting an error. So oh yeah, it's just I didn't make should I make this process asynchronous? I don't know how important that is, but then let's just do that, and let's just start on a clean slate and make sure that our server is now proper. So now let's send in a request, and let's hopefully we get a response from MongoDB with exactly, guys, now this is perfect. So now we know that everything successfully went through, because we're getting the data from the ID from our database, the product name, and you can see res.cloudinary.what, and this is the what, and in the folder of women's clothes. So if we were to go to our database to see all that I'm talking about, let's go to collections. And we still have to fix that problem, guys, because this thing of not allowing us to send in two requests is a problem. So you should create a collection for us, and here we go. And if we go to Cloudinary, we go to media, and if you guys have solutions to that, can you guys please write in the description below, and that will be really helpful. And if you can see, guys, that image that was popping up there, and we have that image, right? So now we have successfully done this. So now we continue with our project, right? So now what we have to do is we just have to duplicate this for the women and the men, not the women and men, for also kids. So we do that, so there's no need to like go through this whole process again and again. We have to make our lives easy, so we can just do kids, and the folder here will say kids clothes, and we have to import the models. So let's make sure here it's men's clothes, and there's women's clothes, and the route has to be men, that's kids, and everything is fine. Now I just have to fix the model, right? So we have to import, hopefully my IntelliSense will pick it up. Let's say male product, there we go. Let's say kids product, there we go. And then what we do is for the men, let's verify. So the woman is complete. So sure this will handle the product upload to the women's for the women's category, right? So that we know everything what's happening in our project, guys. I just love comments. And then we do that, and then we say male category, put that there. We say kids category, and then now it's come here. So the route is fine, clothes, men, the request, the response, and the men's clothes. And now the collection is the problem. We say male product, and everything is fine, and then we come to kids, we say kids clothes, that should be fine. Now the collection, so kids product, and now everything should be fine. Let's test out for the male, the kids, and we go to the client side and make a form. So now let's start with the men's. Let's say men's suit. I think I have a suit image there. So let's remove that. Let's select another file. And let's see. Okay, so I have male jean, I have suits here. So let's get that one. Right. Yeah, it's still the same thing. And then they'll upload all of them. So let's get that one. Let's say 2000. Why 2000? Yeah, 2000 is fine. And let's say this is best suit for a best suit for him. Right. So now we want to send this request to main. Let's make sure of the route. The route is clothes and men. We want to make sure that we hit that route, right? And everything should work out. Let's see. So clothes, men. All fingers crossed that we don't get that error for sending 2 requests. And there we go, guys. We see the men's clothes. I didn't want to hit the URL. Don't save. We see the men's clothes. It means created there in the men's clothes. And let's check out our database. Let's refresh. And let's see. Let's see. And there we go, mail products, and we have that upload, and that is fine. Let's test up the kids endpoint. So the URL is kids, and it's very fine. Kids clothes, kids product. Okay. So with Postman, we have to say kids. Let's say clothes and kids. Kids dress. I think I have like a little girl's dress there, something like that. Let's see, kids. And let's say 1,500. I've never seen a kid. Oh, they are kids clothes like this. And then say this dress is good and comfy for your little one. This dress is good and comfy for your little one. So we have kids dress, we have kids, the money, and the route, and all fingers crossed that we hit the right endpoint. And there we go, guys, everything is working just fine. Kids closed, and finally just checking our database that all three are added, and then from there I will just add myself. There's no need for you guys to see me adding all this, but then we're just doing this just for us to see that everything is working just fine, and then from there I will add manually, and you guys can see kids clothes, everything's there. So now let's go back to the client side and actually make a form that will send back a request to the database and add. And before we do that, what we have to do is we now say done for this endpoint. Right. Okay, so we're not really done because the next one is one of the products from the DB. So we're not yet done because the admin has to add this. So now let's go to the client side and actually create a form. Right. So we close the server for now, and then we go to src component, and we want to say a new file that will be not a new file, but a new file that will be product upload .jsx, right, and RAFCE, and then definitely I'll need use state, so I'll just say I am that. Okay, my IntelliSense is not catching me. It's fine. How is this IntelliSense embarrassing me like this? That day when I wanted to just that. So say class name is product upload container, and then I need a form there. In this form I can remove this action, and then in the class name I say form underscore container, and then in h3 that will say product name, and then we have an input for that of type text, and the placeholder will be enter in the name of the product, and I'll need another h3, and then will be the product description, and from there I'll say input of type text, placeholder will be enter in the description, a description for the product, and then another h3 that will be a product price. Can I make this that's fine. I wanted to make this a select, but then it's fine, there's no need. Product price, as an input, type text, placeholder, enter in the description, enter in the price for the product. Or I can just say product price, there's no need for product price. And thinking about it, I could just have said product description, and product name, right? And then we need, after the product price, we need the image, right? Say that we say product image, and we say input of type file, and that doesn't take anything. And then finally, after the product image, okay, before the image, right, in the before the product price, even in the description, I need another h3 that will say product category, right? And this will be an input. No. This will be select, and then I'll have option. Can remove that value. Yeah, I'll say okay. Yeah, I'll say none, to give it a none. But then obviously we want to give it a product, so I'll just say none, and I want to say woman, men, and kids, right? And then I want all those in the product image, and then finally I need a button, right? So with this button, I want to say add new product, right? And this form should be ready for us, but then obviously it won't be functional as yet. So what I want to do, I want to take it here, and then I'll say okay, hopefully my intelligence doesn't, okay, I have a feeling that after it not picking up the route how will it pick up the product upload? Let's see, product, there we go. And then we say to /admin/ product dash upload. So in the later we'll try to make this a private route. Hopefully we will succeed, guys. And if you guys have suggestions on how to do that, especially admin dashboard, I've been thinking on how we are going to implement that, but then there's nothing impossible in this world. But then if you guys have suggestions, I'm open for suggestions on how we can create that. And if you want to create with me, we can hop on, we can do this together and take a video together. It'll be cool, man. It's always nice to do projects with people. So I need to wait on that. And did I save that? Okay, I did save that file. I did save this file. Okay, so why is it okay? So we have something like that, right? So it really needs some styling, and we have that drop down. Okay, now let's just try and give this thing some bit of styling, right? So now let's just say product upload.css, product upload.css. We can close the app.css. Let's import style sheet product upload.css. So what I want to do is okay, so first thing I need to have the headers and everything up there. So let's go to the app level, let's take in the nav, we reuse it here, and let's see how it looks. Right, so now let's style it based on this and we get it somewhere here, so that in the later run we can like navigate our way through all this. Right, we go back here, let's close this app. So styling, okay, let's say product upload underscore container, say display me flex, and we say flex direction of column. We want to say yeah, I need to put an h1. We say upload. Do I need it up there or inside the form? Let's put it inside the form. I think it would be much better inside the form. Say in h1 add new product. Right, so say that, and then let's see how it's looking right now. It's looking really bad, and we say margin top of, let's say, 50 pixels. Let me give it an 80. 80 will be decent. 80. There we go. And just to push it a bit, let me just say 100. Yeah, 100 is better. And then I say align items center. Okay, I see this errors coming from unhandled promise, containers, other set to the client. Oh, that error. But we'll try and fix that, guys. But then right now, I really do not know. I don't want to lie to you guys. I really do not know I have a solution to that. But there's no solution that we won't find. And then when I give the h1, so when I say dot form container underscore container, alright, we want to deal with this one. We want to say the h1, when I give it a margin bottom h1, we want to give it a margin bottom of 20 pixels. Okay, that didn't respond. Form underscore container. Okay, now it did respond. I want to give that 20 pixels. I say width of 100%. Hopefully this won't mess it up. Alright. We want to give it a background color of H555, and that is not visible yet. We want to give it a border. Oh no, I'm giving the H1. I forgot that now I'm dealing with the H1. The dot, and I forgot here. I just wanted to give it a margin bottom. I'm sorry, guys. My bad. And then I say form container. Alright, I paste that, and then let's see the background. If we do get a decent background, but then we can make that pop, no worries. It's a border of 1 pixel, solid, light gray, and we have that there. We want to give it a width width of 100%. Let's see something. Not the best. Okay, that's a problem. That's a problem. I don't want to keep it like that. It's a problem. Say 500 pixels. Is that decent? Let me say 800 pixels. Okay, that is a bit better. And nah, 600. That was too big. Yep, that is decent, and I need a padding for that of, let's say, 35 pixels. So 35 pixels. Okay, and I need to hook all those H3s. No. The H3s. Let me see what I want to do here. I want to give a margin bottom to the inputs. Okay, so I want to say the form container. I want to hook the input. I want to say margin bottom of 10 pixels, and that gave a bit of spacing. Let me just say 20 pixels. There we go, we have that spacing that we need. But then now I want to make the input width of 100%. Let's see how that looks. That's fine by me, honestly. It's actually looking decent. Not that bad here, guys. Really not that bad. And should we stress heavy on this? We can give it a border. I'm gonna say border radius of 1 pixel. 1 pixel. No, I'm not saying border of 1 pixel. 5 pixel. No, I was thinking of. Oh yeah, I'm thinking of border radius. Because I'm wondering why am I saying that. Yeah. 5 pixels. Give that. And we'll need to make it look decent. We give it a 10 at the top, we give it a 20 on the sides. And that is not what we want, so we can reduce this to being 90%. And there we go, we have something decent, guys. Not that bad, not that bad. And then right now let's focus on functionality. The rest is really not that bad. We tried with the CSS. We tried guys. So now let's go back for functionality right now, because I want that if I choose women or men, it goes to the route of women and men and the add button. So now let's do that. And let's just kill our server there so that we don't get that error, but then we should really come up with a solution for that. So now let's close the CSS. We're done with CSS. So now let's add an on-click handler for this one. So I want to say on-click. I want to say upload new product. Right. So this is the function that we want to make, and then we just const upload new product. So here right now, before I do anything on this, I wanna have state for each and every input, right? So I come to this input and I say on change. Before I do this, so that I can know their names, so I just say const, and I say product name, and I say set product name is equal to use state, and initialize that empty string, and I'll just duplicate that for description, for category, for product price, or product image, right? So we say product description, hopefully that's saying properly, description, category, and I want the price, and I want the price there, and the image, and that. Right, so now I have all those things, so now I have to add an onChange handler to all those things. So now I say onChange. What I want to do is I just want to do this a one-liner, and then we say set product name, because we add the product name, set product name to e.target.value, and then I can just copy this and change what I am setting to, and then I come here to the description, and then I want to say set product description. I come into category, so yeah, I say that, I say product category, and then I say product price, I say that to product price, and then for the file we add an onChange handler, but then it's e.target.files, and we want to take in the 0th file if this admin for some reason tries to add 2 products. We do not allow that. And we want to say set image, product image, right? So like normal, what we want to do is we want to console log out all these things to see that we are actually hooking this content. So now we say console.log product category, to that category, the product name, the product price, the product image, and finally the product description, right? So what I want to do also is I want to say to prevent, I want to say e.prevent default, right? And then I just want to make this a type of submit, and let's just go see. Let's see, we say male suit, formal suit for him, and then I change the category to, let's say, men, and the price is 700, and then I browse. I want to check for a suit, say suit this one, I open that, and let's open the console so that we can actually see what's happening before I press submit. Let's say this console, let's press submit, and here we are getting what we want, guys. The name, the suit, everything we're getting, even the file we're getting, even the description, so we know that we're in the right track. So right now we need to send in the data. So in order to do this, we need Axios. So I'm lazy to close out this terminal. So let's just say npm install Axios -- save. So we're in the client, right? So let's do that. So while that is doing, let's go to this and render out the logic, right? So now we know that we do not need those console logs because we know that everything is coming back to us. So now what we want to do is we want to say import Axios from Axios, right? And then what we do is we need a form, right? So that we can contain all this. So let's just say const form is equals to new form data. So this is a JavaScript library, whatever that is called, whatever guys. So, and then we say form dot append. So I want to append the name, which is the product name. So you have to make sure that you name things exactly as we did in that the route, because the route in the URL is picking up a product name and so on and so forth. So the product name is the product name, and then comes description from the append. We say product. So the way you what's this you sort them out is not necessary here. It's just a coincidence that here I'm setting them in order because I avoid to make mistakes in the future when I now start doing everything the way I want to. So I just maintain the order at which my database is done. And say product price, right? And then we go there, and then I say form dot append, and we say product image, product image, right? And what we want to do is we want to say, okay, so we have product name, product description, we have product price, product image. So now what we want to do is we want to say a URL. So we want to say const. Oh, before we do that, so we want to check the category so that we know which URL we are going to hit, right? So now we say if product category is equal to women. So now let's see the options that we named it, right? So we named it women like this. If that is the case, if it's like this one, né? What we want to do is we want our const URL equal to http that 127.0.0.1 that 5000 / clothes / women. Let me just go verify the URL quick. Let's go back to the server. We verify this URLs, right? So it's clothes women, right? So it's clothes women, and then once we axios dot post, and then we post the URL with the form that that has the data, and then this will return back a promise. And we say response that, then we say console that log the response. Try response the data for the data, response, just the response itself, everything. And then dot catch, if there's any error, I say console.log error. And then if this is not a female route, right, if the product category is not female, else if product category is equal to, now I want what, the MERN, right, and then I know which URL to hit, that is the MERN's URL where I want to upload things. I'll say const URL is equal to http that 127.0.0.1 that 5000 /clothes /MERN. Let's verify that clothes /MERN, right. And then what we do is we do the same thing, axios.post URL and then the form, and then we return back a promise, returns back a promise, that and then console.log response, and then dot catch and the error, and then console.log the error. And then we know that else, if it's none of this route, it's definitely what, a child category. So now we say const URL is equals to http that 127.0.0.1 that 5000 /clothes /kids, right. So we know that it's /clothes /kids, right. And then we do the same thing. So laziness got the better of me, so we copy that, we paste that there, and that should be exactly the same. So but then before we can get this done, we need to set up the cause, right, and the proxy for the React side. Yeah, so let's just go here, the server.js. So in the server.js you want to use this middleware. So we say middleware, and then you say app.use, and you want to use the cause, right, and then that should be it. And then what else do you do is you now go to your client side package.json. Underneath here or anywhere, guys, you can say proxy, you can then say http that 127.0.0.1 that 5000 / that, and don't forget the comma, right. Now that should be fine. So now basically when things are like this, I expect this thing to work. And last but not least, let's reset the state of everything to being what, to being like empty. So we can say not set product category, but then set the product description to that. Let's do that. We set the product name, the product price. You know, it's frustrating when you want to add some other data and you have to erase yourself. Product price, product image. We set this back to that. The description, name, price, and the category is necessary. Yeah, let's just do that too. just say set product category, so that if you guys want to add other data and all that, everything just resets back to its normal state and you guys can continue. So now let's add a female clothes, right? So let's say female casual dress, nice dress to go party, and we want to choose a woman, product price 1,500, that, and we say dress 1, dress 2, we choose that. All fingers crossed, guys. Let's see, let's send that back, and it looks like everything worked. It looks like it worked. Yep, because I'm getting back that data. It looks like it worked. Let's see. Let's see if it inserted in the right database or in the right collection. So I expect the female products collection to be 2, and then we know that it is working quite well. We'll do 1 more for the males, and the rest I'll be doing myself, so that I do not waste your guys' time watching me add and all that. So yeah, but then I hope you guys are still. Oh, okay. Okay, I never saw that I'm at the kids section. I was like, oh my goodness. I hope you guys are still enjoying this. This is a nice build. And then there we go, female casual dress. Let's add 1 more. And it looks like this thing didn't work because I set this thing to erase. Okay. Okay, let's just forget about this. Just forget about this, and let's just refresh ourselves. Right, let's open the console, and then what do you want to do? You want to add to the mail. Let's say male classic suit, best suit to drop people's jaw. And I want to send this to the main, and then the product price, let's say 500. Okay, you cannot drop people's jaw at 500. Let's say 1,200. Let's browse that. Let's go to suits, go for number 6, and there we go, looking good. So we have everything with description, the price, men, and let's send that, and we get back our response, guys. And we know that it's sent to the mail because of this. You see the men's clothing from Cloudinary, and we can just confirm that by checking our database. Oh yeah. Let's give that a check. Let's see. Mail products, and okay, yeah, I made a mistake here. The kids dress. I sent it to the wrong, but it's fine, guys. And you can see the male classic suit is working, and just to bring us at ease, let's try a kids product so that we can know that everything works just fine. Let's say kids casual wear, right? The summer is here. Best, I don't know what clothes we have there. Best clothing for summer. I don't even know what picture I have there. And then I choose kids, and then product price, let's say 500, and then browse image, kids 2, I already inserted that, kids 1, and let's put that there, let's put this one there, it's looking nice. Okay, but it's not a summer clothes, but it's fine guys, either way. Let's send that, we get a response back, and we see there by Cloudinary kids clothes, so I'm sure by the database it did the same thing, and we should be done, and the rest I will do by myself, and you guys can do the same for you guys, right? Let's just check this. Not females, man, kids. Kids casual wear, summers, yeah, best clothing for summer. So now we're done with that. Now let's check out our plan actions so that we see where we at. So we're done with this one, right? So now it's all about fetching the data and rendering the data, right?